We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what night it is.
We couldn't wait.
We could, yeah. I couldn't wait to play Red Skull, and find out that we lost to Red Skull.
Don't put that out there in the universe. We don't need it. We don't need it in the universe.
Yeah. So we are gonna try this and hope that it works out, because I don't know what we can do. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can't. I don't know if we maybe. Yes, no.
I'm gonna put it on a maybe.
I'm gonna put it on.
Seems safe.
I'm gonna put it on. Theoretically, this is possible.
I'm saying we have a good shot.
We get him to the second phase. If we get him to the final phase, I'm totally popping that tactical scanner and
Oh yeah.
going to town.
And I could do my laser cannon too.
And it deals 5 damage to everything, right?
Yeah, 5 damage to the villain and each enemy engaged.
Engaged with you.
Yes.
Okay. So not like engaged with me.
No. No, I'm selfish. I only laser cannon the people with me.
Okay. Yep, that'll be my first card. Sure, I don't care. That's 6. So yeah, we're gonna try this Marvel Champions thing.
We'll give it a shot. We'll try it out. Oh, okay. Let's see.
That's real good. This is like a really excellent starting hand. I think I'm gonna mulligan these two and hope I draw into something good. Yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, why did you make my life so difficult? Okay. So I have Jesse Alexander combat training and hone technique in my hand. Along with a dive bomb. And I just pitched Unleash Nova Force and Moment of Triumph, and I now have a dive bomb in my hand.
Everybody wants to mulligan everything.
So do it.
It's
You
not
know your deck.
It's not a bad hand. It's just I'm gonna keep this one.
Is it Ronnie?
It's Tony Stark.
Okay. Tony Stark's worth hanging on to.
Yeah.
I think for us,
allies.
we're gonna have to get set up real quick. That's why I'm keeping what I have.
Yeah.
Because like I can get hone technique out right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm. Should I do it? Like this is a like end all situation, right?
Yeah.
Like if we lose, it's supposed to be like
Start completely over.
start completely over.
Yeah.
So honestly, part of me wants to just pop the tactical scanner right away and just draw 5 cards like first turn, and just be like I'm gonna get everything out as quickly as possible.
Okay. Not terrible. Okay. See what we can do.
Okay, I am going to use Everyday Hero, which will heal me for 1.
Booyah. Healing for you is good.
To get the...
He started out with 5 hit points.
Yeah, I started out with 5.
This many.
Find the helmet.
Yeah, you find that helmet.
I'm not... There it is.
Oh.
Oh yeah, we each get an encounter card.
Right off the bat. Okay. I think we're good now.
It's just real tempting. I don't know if I should or not.
I don't know either. Because he can't take damage right now.
Right, but like, if I draw 5 cards, like, I can have Jesse Alexander combat training and hone technique into play this turn. That's the thing, is I have 7 costs of support in my hand. I have all of this in my hand.
Gotcha. I mean...
And I can play the hone technique and have 1 for one of these. So I need 3 more cards. And that's 5. I think I do it.
Go for it.
We're doing it. We're doing it live.
Live for everyone to see.
3, 4, 5. This was a tactical mistake with that tactical scanner. I have
Did you get it? Did you get what you wanted? Did you get something better?
Well, I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to. Yes, I am. Oh, so good. I'm going to use Everyday Hero. Smith 1.
Nice. Good job.
And Force Field Projection to put Jesse Alexander into play.
Nice.
Jesse Alexander to draw a card.
Yes. It's just working out for you right now.
It's just, this is working. I'm going to put Shang-Chi into play.
Nice.
Not going to spend that resource. Nope, nope, nope.
What does it do? To stun? That's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Which
And
doesn't do
then-
much good, because expert standard, too.
Discard Hone Technique and the Power of Aggression to put Hone Technique into play.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to... Ooh. I think I have to do that, but that's okay. I'm going to... Seven's okay, right? Yeah.
I feel like it.
Gonna flip. Gonna use Supernova Helmet and Aggressive Energy to put combat training into play.
Nice.
I should do it like this.
Oh, yeah, and you got your upgraded skill, right? Does it add another point, or is it
No,
the
it's
same?
after you defeat a minion, exhaust this card to draw a card.
Ooh, nice. That'll be nice.
But I still have 3 attack, which I don't really care about. I'm going to thwart that for 1.
Good job.
I don't. Thwart it for 2. Oh, readied Supernova Helmet when I thwarted for 1. Supernova Helmet to light speed flight and remove 3 from it.
Nice.
I think this goes into the side
Oh,
scheme
side
discard
scheme.
pile.
Yeah. Put it up here then.
And I got to keep the dive bomb in hand.
Nice. Good job.
So I think this is a good subs turn.
Yeah.
So that's my turn.
Okay. All right. Well, that frees up something.
I figured that would allow you to like do more different stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna spend Genius to get Tony Stark AI. I'm gonna use Tony Stark AI to draw 2 cards.
Oh.
And discard that one. Okay, and then okay, and then I'm gonna spend a science to get me a progress counter. And then I'm going to flip.
Flip, flip, flip.
And then I'm
Flippity, flippity,
going
flip.
to use Determination and Stroke of Genius, which gets me to draw a card,
Get a progress
get
counter.
a progress counter, to play Photon Blasters.
Nice, gives you 2 hit points.
Gives me 2 hit points. And then I drew a card, right? Okay.
Yep.
And yeah, okay. Then I'm going to use this to deal a damage.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna use this to get me an extra card in this hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack for 2 more. Okay.
Alright, then we draw.
Ready?
And I have the capability to do the full combo. I have Dive Bomb and Moment of Triumph in hand.
Nice.
And a plan of attack.
2, Okay. Alright. This gets 2. And then after resolving step 1, reveal the top card. Censor the past. When defeated, each player chooses up to 3 cards in their discard pile and shuffles them into their deck. And it gives an acceleration.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'll take some cards.
If you insist.
Yeah.
Okay. Attacks me.
For 1 or 2.
2
It gets a +1
plus
side scheme.
I'm not 2 plus 2, so 4.
Okay. And then he attacks me for 2, and I'm just gonna take it for 2 plus 1. What's the boost?
Give him a tough.
Okay.
Okay, encounter cards. First one.
I don't like that noise. Oh, yeah. So
Second one. Villain schemes with +1 scheme. So schemes for 4 plus. Plus 4. It's just 4. It's just 4. So this one said give him a tough and another boost card. And then this one said boost exhaust a character you control. So I exhausted Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Okay.
First one, Hydra Soldier. Got guard, and then I get an encounter card when he's defeated. And then Master Strategist attachment.
Strategist.
Yeah. When Red Skull activates, give him an additional boost card for each side scheme in play, then discard this card.
Okay.
Just put it there. We need to spend a bunch of stuff to get rid of the exosuit. Because that's no bueno. No.
Oh, that should have 1 more on it because I forgot about the exosuit +1.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. First player token passes.
Alright.
You can remove that tough. I would be forever grateful. I'm sure your photon blasters can take care of that. Because I'll kill that little wimpy minion.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll just punch him. Get rid of that tough for you.
When you use photon blasters to do it, and then
yes.
punch. Well, you can't punch because guard.
Right. So I'll use the photon blasters to deal the damage, take the top off. I'm used to getting the propulsion jets before the photon blasters,
Right.
so I didn't even think about it. Okay.
You're just like, what are you talking about, Willis? I removed threat.
Yeah. Okay. And then let's see, I'm gonna exhaust Tony, draw 2. And discard that one. Okay. Alright, I am going to use Agile Flight and Stroke of Genius to get a counter and draw a card to play Propulsion Jets.
Nice.
And then I use that to take 1 off of, I don't know if it matters at this point yet. Okay. And then I'm going to I'm gonna thwart for 2. And then trying to decide if I do a flyover and get 2 progress counters, or do I do a crisis averted to take 6 off the main scheme.
Do a flyover. We're both in hero form.
Okay. So I'm going to do...
Progress counters win this early. As soon as you get it into Mark 2, you can worry about, like... And when we defeat this, you get to shuffle that Crisis Averted back into your deck.
That's true. Okay, so I'm going to discard Photon Beam and Crisis Averted to do flyover and moves 3. And this goes here, I'm assuming.
And we shuffle...
3 cards from our discard pile into our deck.
So I am doing Everyday Hero, Light Speed Flight, and Power of Aggression.
I think I might do my 2 Stroke of Geniuses and a Crisis Averted.
I 100% agree that you should do those Stroke of Geniuses. They're so good. Don't forget to give yourself your 2 progress counters. Because you'll be at 5 now.
Yeah, I was hoping I could get one more out and then flip on this turn, but it's not going to work out, unfortunately. That's okay. I'll be rearing to go for next time.
You're going to stay in hero, right?
Yeah. I'm at 8 hit points. I'm feeling pretty good. Are you going to stay?
No, I'm going to flip.
Okay. I was thinking you would, so...
I'm honestly...
Okay. So I did that, took that off, and I get 2. And then... I wish I had some to get rid of that exosuit, but I can't, so... I'm gonna throw Electra out.
Okay.
And have her punch for 3?
But you'd have to punch him.
Right.
I'm okay with that, because...
Or do you want to get rid of him first, and then I can punch after you're done? Or do you want me to get him down more? Or do you want me to just leave her?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yes.
I could... potentially heal for 10
Nice.
if you punch the Hydra Soldier, or I could get rid of the exosuit and not heal anything and end up flipping.
He's going to activate against me, so he's going to have a higher attack power for the Master Strategist.
Yeah.
With an extra boost card, plus the +1, plus the side scheme. I almost want you to heal instead, but I don't know.
Heal and stay in hero form?
Just because, like, you don't get very much opportunity to heal that much. Like, that's a big heal. But I don't know. It's definitely a risk with the exosuit.
I would stay in hero
Well, yeah.
if I healed for that much.
It's not a bad idea to get rid of the exosuit because it's bitten us.
Well, I do get to draw a card, so anything's possible.
So do you want me to punch so you can heal at least, and we'll just take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Punch for 3.
Yep. Okay. And then I am going to discard Captain Marvel and Genius and exhaust Supernova Helmet to play Dive Bomb.
Okay.
Dealing 11 here.
Okay.
And 5 here.
Okay.
And playing Moment of Triumph to to heal for 10. So I should be up to 11. And exhaust this to draw a card.
Nice.
Then I'm going to punch him for 3. Which readies Supernova Helmet. Then I'm going to spend Supernova Helmet, Valkyrie, and Plan of Attack to get rid of Exosuit.
Nice. I like it. High five!
And then I'm going to flip.
Okay.
And exhaust Jesse Alexander to draw a card.
What'd you get?
Unleash Nova Force.
Oh, we got it at the end of all that. That sucks. Alright.
But hey, I got rid of the Exosuit.
And you got healed up. You're like basically
I'm
full
full.
health.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know if I should have flipped there. But that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I get an encounter card for you defeating that minion.
Oh yeah.
You engage player, right?
You'll engage player encounter card. Yep.
Okay. Alright. So, schemes for 2.
You need to draw first. And remember, you get a. Didn't you play a?
Not this time.
No, not this time. Oh sure, I have both Unleash Nova Forces in my hand now. But I got the Locust.
I got Moon Girl. I have to spend my entire head to play Moon Girl, but I got Moon Girl.
I got the Locust, so I can pull back a Dive Bomb and Unleash Nova Force and Dive Bomb.
Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Drew. Scheme for 2. Got that. Okay. He's going to activate against me. He's going to attack for... Oh, I got to rebuild this.
Yeah.
Hydra Reinforcements. When defeated, the player defeated the scheme discards a non-elite minion.
That's 4 on it.
Mm-hmm. Gets an extra encounter card.
Yep.
Okay, so he attacks for 2 plus 2 boost cards.
Huh.
With that one, he gets an extra boost card.
For each side scheme. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, wait, where's the 2? 1.
One side scheme
so
plus
2.
this.
2 plus 2 plus 2. So 6.
Oh, yikes. Electra's gonna take that.
Yeah. Because I think the thwart is more important.
Yeah.
And this goes away, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then discard this card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, schemes for 4 plus
Why is the scheme
1.
for 4?
1, 2, 3.
It's only the attack that gets
Oh.
boosted by that.
Then
So it's just
then
3.
take 1 thread off of there because
Oh.
So 3, 4,
4?
and gets a tough. Total. 4 total. Then encounter cards.
Okay, my first. Hydra Flame Soldier. After Flame Soldier makes an undefended attack against me, discard a card I control.
Don't worry, it'll die.
And then second one, Twisted Reality. Insight 1. Right?
You put 1 on that scheme as well.
On both? 1 on each?
I think it says.
Attached to a side scheme. It says Insight 1, attached to a side scheme. When attached side scheme is defeated, deal the first player an encounter card. And then my third, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh no! Oh, son of a gun.
So the Flame Soldiers are gonna live.
Man, being alive.
Because I used my other hone technique
As a...
to pay for this hone technique.
Yeah. Suck a duck. Okay, and first player token passes, right?
Yep.
Done?
Okay, I'm going to use Jesse Alexander to draw a card.
Yeah, you are.
exhaust to get rid of this because it's RFG'd. Flip. Discard Assault Training to play Unleash Nova Force. Supernova Helmet to pot shot this Hydra Flame Soldier.
For how much?
4, so it dies.
Okay.
Readies me.
Do you want to use your thing to draw a card?
And I get to draw a card with Unleash Nova Force. Draw a card there, so draw 2. Do you have threat removal?
So that's the thing, is I have Moon Girl, but it'll take everything else on my hand. But I do have a flyover, so I could play a flyover instead.
That's fine. You're good. I am going to attack the Hydra Flame Soldier.
Okay.
For 3, which readies Supernova Helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to use Supernova Helmet to light speed flight and remove 3 from that.
Okay.
What does the Twisted Reality do?
You get an extra encounter card once this is defeated.
Okay.
If we defeated this round, you get it. If we defeat it next round, it's me.
I'm okay. Can't do that. Going to play White Tiger.
Okay.
And spend Everyday Hero to remove 3 threat off of no Hydra reinforcements. That readies me, draws a card. What do I get to do?
You get a discard a non-elite minion.
It says discard a non-elite minion?
I think it does.
Yeah, but I don't
When
want to do
defeated,
that.
the player who defeated this game discards a non-elite minion.
Oh, then I don't want to do that yet. I need to sequence this better.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to light speed flight off this? Because I can remove that.
I want to. I'm
Okay.
on an Unleash Nova Force
Okay.
turn. Everything matters.
Okay.
So I guess I am going to Shang-Chi him to ready me and draw a card. Okay. And then I'm going to Everyday Hero. Well, White Tiger Everyday Hero to remove.
This?
Yeah. No, hold on. I'm gonna punch Red. I'm gonna punch Red Skull first.
Okay.
Which removes the tough.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Which draws a card and readies me. Yep. We're good.
Okay. This goes away, and then deal first player and then counter card.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So far.
Okay.
We're still got a ways.
Okay. We've at least caught up to a point, though.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to. You're gonna want to take that for a second.
Okay. Sounds like fun.
I'm going to Supernova Helmet to pot shot and deal 4.
Okay.
White Tiger is gonna thwart 3 off of there.
Good job, White Tiger.
What's he at?
17.
Okay. I don't think I can get there. Going to Power of Aggression and no quarter to deal 4 more.
Okay. 13.
Gonna punch for 3. Ready Supernova helmet.
10.
Supernova helmet. Do I do this? Oh yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I do this?
What is it?
I have to pitch Unleash Nova Force, and I could get drop the Locust
To get something but a
to
back in your
get
deck?
to get back a dive bomb.
Or would you put in a home technique? Is that an aggressive?
Aggression event.
Okay, never mind then. Okay. What would you? Why wouldn't you do that? I'm just curious.
Because I'm pitching my only Unleashed Nova Force when I have 2 more dive bombs in there.
Gotcha.
In that stack. Yeah, 2 more dive bombs in a Moment of Triumph are left in this here.
Would you do something instead, or would you just hold on to them?
I'm honestly, part of me thinks that I would just discard the Locust because you can discard at the end.
Right.
So I would just discard the Locust and then draw 4 cards.
I mean, it seems silly, but it also seems.
But at the same time, how often am I going to have a big combo turn like this? Like.
And you have 2 minions out, so it's not like you need, or not minions. You have 2 allies out, so it's not like you need another ally.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm saying, like, is Unleash Nova... How many hit points?
10.
Oh, yeah. No, then I'm done.
Okay.
Because I can... Because if I discard Locust and draw into the Dive Bomb, I automatically get at least 1 card and 1 ready off of this by Dive Bombing and killing him. Because an attack and a dive bomb is enough to murderate his face.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So hold
I'm holding.
Okay.
You got to know when to hold him.
Know when to fold them?
Yep. Know when to walk away.
Yeah, and you're walking away.
And I don't run because I'm too old and fat.
Okay. I am going to use Tony. Draw 2.
You're such a user.
I know, right? I get rid of a photon beam or multitasking? What do I got?
Are you going to be keeping a card in your hand at the end of this turn? If you are, keep the multitasking. If you are not, keep the photon beam. Because the multitasking will help this next turn, because you're going first, and we'll have a side scheme in play.
Yeah, that sucks. I will be keeping a card, because I can't play anything.
So I would keep the multitasking. Well, you're going to draw 3 off of Moon Girl.
Yes. So I potentially.
So the progress counter would be worth more because you are at 5.
Okay. Okay. I did that. Okay. And that one I can't use. That sucks. Okay. Gonna do. Assess the situation, new and improved, and fly over to play Moon Girl. And I draw 3 because I paid with science. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I am going to. Let's see. Use Stroke of Genius to get a progress counter.
Draw a card.
Draw a card. And shoot, that sucks. Wish I could have switched that. Had that card first. And Power in All of Us to pay Ingenuity.
Wait, you just need the Power in All of Us to play.
But I drew that.
Oh,
and
you
played that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold
So
on. I'm not sure you can use the card you drew.
after you spend this card, place one progress counter. Okay.
What are the other 2 cards in your hand?
Photon Beam and Crisis Averted.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let me read.
It says after you spend it.
Have you spent it?
I'm using it to put down an Ingenuity,
Right.
but I haven't
Wait.
fully cashed it in, I guess. Yes. So, probably not. Right?
I would say not.
Okay.
That's my read, because it says after you spend it.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, yeah, but
Alright.
it probably yes, but like,
It seems iffy.
I'm a firm believer in the Grim rule, as we all
Right.
know, and I like to make things harder.
What can I play?
Is it Flyover versus Photon Blast?
It's Photon Beam versus Crisis Averted.
I'd keep the Crisis Averted.
Because I was just thinking of what I could potentially play this turn, and I don't think I can play Crisis Averted this turn.
Yeah, but Crisis
So-
Averted at a later turn is better
Yeah.
than Photon Beam.
Okay, so I discard that to get Ingenuity, and then I am going to thwart for 2, upgrade, and ready, and I'm going to thwart for 3. And I'm going to Propulsion Jet for 2. And punch him for 2. And work for 2 more.
Don't need the Crisis Averted now.
And part of me wants to flip just so I can get it out of the progress counter, but it seems
So
silly.
do it.
Okay. And use Ingenuity to get a progress counter.
And you'll have a higher hand size.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to discard Locust so that I can draw 4.
And I can draw 6.
Seems kind of dumb. It was kind of dumb.
Okay. Gets 2.
Sleeper Awakens.
Yep. The scheme cannot leave play while the sleeper is in play. When revealed, put him into play, engage with the first player. When the sleeper is defeated, remove this card from the game.
He has 10 hit points.
Awesome!
Oh, and toughness.
Awesome!
You're going to die, clown.
Okay. And then he attacks you.
Mm-hmm. For 2 plus 1 and overkill. So 3.
Just take it.
Whatever. I'm at full hit points. So.
Okay. He's gonna scheme against
Hold
me.
on.
Oh,
He attacks
attacks for 3.
me for 3, and Shang-Chi's gonna block it.
Good job, Shang-Chi.
Thank you, Shang-Chi.
He was in there for a while.
Yeah, he's rough and tumble.
Rough and tumble. Okay.
You're gonna die for that, just so we're clear. Okay, schemes against you for 3 plus nothing, because if this card resolves during an undefended attack, discard a support you control.
Okay.
And it's not an attack, so just 3. Yep.
All right.
Okay, and counter cards. This is my extra. There's yours.
Okay.
Just so we don't get confused in the future.
Yeah.
Like, Okay, Hydrojet Trooper, Quick Strike. It's attacking me for 2. It's nice to have hit points to burn.
Right.
Hydra Exo Soldier, Toughness. Man, it'd be nice if I had a hone technique and a dive bomb.
I can pop my laser cannon.
No, because they aren't engaged with you. They're engaged with me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sad day.
Your encounter card.
One reveal, the villain schemes with +1 scheme.
Hold on. I'm an idiot. I forgot I had this force field projection, which would kill that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So schemes for +1 scheme, so 4 plus. If I'm in hero form, the villain attacks you after this activation. Do not deal any boost cards for that attack. But he doesn't, so just 4, I guess.
Oh, schemes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
just 4.
Alright, and then first player token passes.
You could remove some toughs. I'd really appreciate it. I can kill the sleeper this turn.
Alright. We can do stuff.
But I need, yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Like, if you can, like, take toughs off and, like, hurt them a little bit, because I have the Unleashed Nova Force, so I can do things. And I'm going to remove 3 of that threat, so, with White Tiger.
Do you need a resource?
I could always use a resource.
Okay. I will try and leave you something. We'll see what happens.
I actually don't need a resource.
You don't?
So if you need it, use it.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and spend Stroke of Genius to get a progress counter. To get a progress counter.
To draw a card.
To draw a card.
Nice. Ooh. I'm going to spend Stroke of Genius to get a progress counter to get a progress counter.
Yep. I like it a lot. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just realized. Okay, so we switched out my one way or another's because we realized that this is going to be a side scheme deck and they're not going to be part of the encounter deck. So we switched it out for this awesome new card that I just happened to draw with a Power in All of Us, which is a double resource card for a basic.
No, 100%. That's so why we put that card in there.
And put Team Building Exercise, which says exhaust a Team Building Exercise to play a card from my hand that shares a trait with my hero, reducing the cost by 1. So that's now out, and all the cards in my hand pretty much deal with that. So even better. Okay. So
that's why I put Team Building Exercise in there. Brianna has 7 cards in her deck that that share a trait with you in hero form. So remember that is a hero action though. So
yes. Okay. I am going to do Propulsion Jets to remove 2. Oh, I don't think I added my 2 for my things again.
You did
not.
Did
it for the 1, not for the other one.
Yep.
Okay. I gotta remember that. It's always handy. Okay. So remove 2 with that. I'm gonna use this to take one of those off. And I'll use Moon Girl to take the other one off.
Okay.
Oh.
Tony.
I needed a flip first.
No, you didn't.
These are hero
actions.
actions.
Yeah.
Just fine.
You should have used Tony.
I'll use Tony to draw.
Well done.
2. And I'll keep that one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
If you can deal any more damage, I would be appreciative.
Yes.
But
just fading. Okay, I'm gonna use Team Building Exercise and discard Brawn to play Wasp for 1.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna use Wasp to. How much damage do you want done? I guess is another thing.
I mean, I'm okay with you thwarting for 2 there if
I can punch.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll punch for 2, thwart for 2.
Okay. Are you okay taking a retaliate?
Yeah. Okay. And then, what do I got? What do I got? Oh yeah, I got that.
Wait, are you going to Crisis Averted that?
Yeah.
I would rather you left threat on that. That way I can remove it and ready again.
Okay.
So maybe this will punch because thwart heals 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Yep.
2. Okay. All right. So then I will use Ingenuity and Sense of Justice and assess the situation to play Crisis Averted to remove 6.
Nice.
All yours.
Okay. We're gonna start by playing Moon Knight and spending Go for Champions to draw 2 cards.
Not the card you wanted?
Well, I drew 2 dive bombs.
Oh.
Which I don't want because I don't have a home technique. Okay. Discard Miss Marvel to play Unleash Nova Force. Nova is going to punch. Sleeper.
Okay.
Which deals me 1. Ready Supernova Helmet. Going to Supernova Helmet to Potshot the Hydra Exo Soldier. Which kills it, which readies me, draws a card. Okay. Punch the Sleeper. Punch the Sleeper, which kills it. Readies that, draws me a card.
This goes out of the game.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Supernova Helmet and Connection to the World Mind to play the Wasp. With 2. Wasp is going to thwart for 1.
Okay.
I'm going to thwart for 1, which removes the last. So readies me, draws a card. I really could use a resource. Wait. Hold on. No. If I do that, Wasp dies.
It keeps you a resource.
And keeps the Connection to the World Mind in my hand.
Okay.
Because now I can punch for 3. Wait,
Okay.
no, I don't want to punch for 3.
Okay. No punching. No touching.
I'm going to Supernova Helmet, Connection to the World Mind, Light Speed, Flight, Dive Bomb to play Dive Bomb.
Okay.
To deal 7. And 1 to everything else. And then I'm going to Punch, which readies the Supernova Helmet, which readies Nova.
Okay, hold on. Pause.
And draws me a card.
Gets +1 to attack for each side scheme of play. Deal with player each an encounter card. Me first. Okay. Continue.
Okay.
And he's up to 40 hit points.
I think I flip and recover here.
Probably a wise choice. Especially since he's going to attack for 3+. He's got 2.
Yep. 7. And then Jesse Alexander to draw a card. I gotta shuffle this in because I finally saw a Connection to the World Mind.
Yay!
Yay! Go me! A helicarrier's at the bottom of the deck, as it always is.
Probably gonna end up back at the bottom of the deck.
Probably.
Or drawn with everything else, so you don't want to use stuff to pay for it. That's what happens to me, I feel like, most of the time.
Okay. Draw. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Supernova Helmet and Aggressive Energy to play Martial Prowess.
Nice.
And I think I save White Tiger.
Okay.
Because I think... Yeah.
I mean, White Tiger's more effective as a thwart anyways, so might as well keep him.
Yeah, I don't think dealing 1 damage here is...
Worth it.
It's kind of like I didn't think attacking for 3 right there was my best play.
Right.
Because I think recovering here for 3 right off the bat is super helpful.
I think it was good.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. And then I get to shuffle and draw again, which means I get yet another encounter card.
Okay. Ready. If things go okay, I might flip just so I can get an extra token. Maybe.
Yeah, you getting into... I feel like this game is going so well because you've managed to do your thing by getting to Mark 2 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I've managed to do my thing of like...
Getting good
I
cards
got like a good combo off early, and then I got like this turn just got another Unleash Nova Force. But I also got my supports out. Like...
Oh.
What?
We forgot the delay counters at the very beginning.
Throw.
What was it?
But no, because we've thwarted over like what it had on it like 3 times.
Yeah.
So just throw like 8 on there.
Because it was supposed to start with 14, right?
And I would have thwarted this turn for 3 off of there.
Take 3 off, or do you want me to just leave it with the 8 extra?
Leave it with the 8 extra.
Okay. I completely spaced it.
It's okay.
We had a note. I didn't read it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't read any of it.
We just got so excited.
We got so excited to play, we didn't.
Didn't do anything.
We didn't do what we were supposed to. I think that's okay though, because like we've over thwarted.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
A few different times. Okay.
I may have probably should not have drawn one of my cards and readied once, but it didn't really matter.
Right.
Like, he would have died regardless, so
right.
I think we're fine.
You overkilled him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I need to draw one more.
Did the 2.
Oh my gosh.
That's what we're on.
Please.
Prison camps. The player who defeated this scheme searches their deck and discard pile for an ally and puts it into play, and then shuffles their deck.
Yes,
and it gets
please.
an acceleration. And it starts with 6.
There's 4.
Okay.
I can remove all of that and put White Tiger back into play.
Okay. So then he's going to attack me for
3.
3. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus
3 plus. Wasp gonna take it.
2.
Thanks, Wasp.
Yeah.
Didn't need to, but I thought I might.
Gonna scheme for 3 plus 2, so 5.
16. Is that right?
Yep, and counter cards. Yours. Mine. Okay. Your first player.
Red Skull's right hook. Attached to Red Skull regains Retaliate 1. You spend Energy Genius, or Energy Science and Strength resources to discard. And Hydra Regular, Insight 1. Place 1 threat on the main scheme, which flips it. Should have just ignored the delay counters. I'm just kidding. Alright. Put that over there.
Gets 2 on it
One
to start.
rebuild, reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put it into play. Hydra Patrol.
There's 4 on it. And when defeated, we've got to find a Hydra minion and put it into play engaged, right?
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's 2 to start. Force response, reveal the top card of the side scheme deck and put it into play.
Yep.
If it's completed, we lose.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, mine.
Oh, good. Another right
He
hook.
now has Retaliate 2.
Hmm.
It's going to be 2 now. When revealed, each Hydra minion engaged with hero makes an attack against that hero. Each player who was not attacked this way searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion, puts it into play, engaged with them, and shuffles the encounter deck.
Not just the Hydra regular right there.
Yep. That's got Insight 1.
Attacks me for 2.
Place
Right.
1 threat on the main scheme. Yep.
Okay.
And then, finally, Hydra Soldier. Okay. Cool
Alright,
beans. First
alright.
player token passes.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. Alrighty then. Jesse Alexander, draw a card.
There's a tree with a hero.
And well, can you reach the rules, Brianna?
Yeah.
The orange one. What?
Keywords?
Yeah. Well, from the main scheme. Okay. So I can remove from the prison camps.
Even if the crisis is there?
Yep.
Okay.
Because crisis only affects
The main scheme.
main
Gotcha.
scheme.
Okay.
Okay, so Moon Knight
Mm-hmm.
is going to attack and kill the Hydra Regular.
Okay.
And
Nothing. Okay. Good.
die.
Just expecting all these to have a when defeated clause.
Mm-hmm. Use that, so... Oh, flipped. Yeah, I wouldn't have recovered. Flip, draw a card from defeating that minion.
Good job. Look at all those cards.
Okay, and... White Tiger is going to thwart the prison caps for 3.
Good job, White Tiger.
And then I'm going to action Supernova Helmet to light speed flight to remove 3 from prison camps. Allows me to search. I'm going to put Moon Knight. It's put it in my hand, right?
Puts it into play.
Okay. Oh, it puts it into play?
Mm-hmm.
Search my
Search
what?
their deck and discard pile for an ally and puts it into play. You want one that costs something, huh?
Yeah.
What about Marvel? You have Captain Marvel out?
That's what I was thinking, actually.
It's a free 4 resource card.
Right. That after I activate, draw a card.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do that one.
Sweet.
Because my thought, because these say after you play it from your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was added to my hand, so I
And
was
then you
being
would play
tricky.
it.
Because then I could have put Moon Knight in and spent a wild resource
Mm-hmm.
to draw 2 more cards.
That would have been nice.
That's okay. There are other things to do here. Okay. I really wish I had an Unleash Nova Force right now.
Yeah.
Because sure would be poppin'. Captain Marvel is going to punch here.
2.
And I draw a card.
Yep, you do.
Damn it.
Not a card you wanted, though.
No, it's not a terrible card. It's just, it's not...
Not what you wanted.
Yep, pretty much. Okay, how... I can't hold them all.
There's too many.
Okay. So... Can I get... Okay, that.
I also have a helicarrier that I can get out
Well, that could be
with
there.
one less resource.
Those... That... For that, I can get out a helicarrier too,
Okay.
I think. Yeah, because I need to do the helicarrier first. Okay, so discard aggressive energy, connection to the world mind, connection to the world mind to play helicarrier.
Nice.
Okay, action helicarrier. Use power of aggression to put home technique into play.
Sweet.
These were all in my hand still.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do that first. Martial prowess and aggressive energy to play no quarter, dealing 7 damage here.
Okay.
So I get a discard the top 5 and add each aggression card discarded to my hand. So I get plan of attack and the power of aggression into my hand.
And you get an encounter card from defeating him.
Yep. That goes there. And I'm going to play Moment of Triumph
Mm-hmm.
to heal to full.
Nice.
And then I'm going to play Plan of Attack to search the top 4 cards for an attack event. Add that card to my hand and shuffle. Pot shot. Because it's just an attack event, not an aggression attack event.
Gotcha. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm doing a lot.
Yeah, you are.
That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot, a lot.
And I don't feel bad about not recovering because I managed to heal to full.
Yeah.
I'm kind of popping off.
What's your normal hit points at?
10.
Okay. Plus
So-
your 1.
Plus my 1.
Nice.
Plus the loneliest number.
The loneliest number is the number 1. Ah.
Okay, I think I need to save that. So, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I think Nova's going to thwart Hydra Patrol
For 2?
for 1,
For 1.
which readies Supernova Helmet, and I'm going to Supernova Helmet to light speed flight and remove 3 off of it. And then what do I do?
Each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and puts it into play with them.
I'm going to take the Hydra Regular and incite 1. Each player?
Yeah. Is there another one of those?
I don't think there is. I think there's only 2.
Searches the deck and discard pile, so.
Hydrojet Trooper?
Sure. What is it?
Actually, why don't I take the Hydrojet Trooper because it's got Quick Strike. Who cares?
Okay, so did we put one on there? You got one on there, right? For the insight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. Alright. All good?
Yeah, because I don't want to use this Power of Aggression to play the pot shot. It seems like a waste.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to hang on to it.
Okay.
I have all the things.
All the things. I like it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to use Tony to draw 2. And okay, let's see what we got. Okay, I am going to use team building exercise and a multitasking.
I started that turn with no cards in my discard pile.
That's a lot of cards. To play Agile Flight, because I share the aerial trait, and removing 5. So I'm just going to clear off the main scheme.
There are 15 cards in my discard pile.
Okay, and then I'm going to...
Isn't it so cool to have team building exercise in there that affects like agile flight and stuff?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Gonna use this to kill this guy. And I'm gonna use...
Is there any way you can get rid of one of these?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So what we got? I need these. Energy. Hold on a sec. Maybe I won't do that then. Right?
Yep.
No, that was from a Tony Stark. Okay. Let's think about this. Okay. So I need...
And you can use ingenuity, so...
Yeah. So I need 1 science, 1 strength. And... Okay. I'm going to do... I need to keep that for that, and I guess that for that. Okay. I am going to use ingenuity and photon beam and multitasking to get rid of one of those. And then I'm going to use... I'm going to thwart for 3. Yeah. I'm going to use Power in All of Us and Agile Flight to play Helicarrier. And then I'm going to use Helicarrier to play Clear the Area to remove 2. Gets me to draw a card.
What is it?
Ronnie. Hold on a sec. Hold on.
What a... No,
Instead of thwarting for 3, I'm going to use this to do the 2 and then remove the 2 with the other and then
Yep.
it's still K balanced. And then
Hold on, what is Ronnie?
Persona.
Damn.
Which I don't think
You aren't.
no.
Well, it's a hero action, so you couldn't have flipped anyway.
Right. That's fine.
I got nothing.
Okay.
You could punch the regular for 2, I guess?
Yeah. I'll
just
punch
get
him
rid of
for
it?
2 to get rid of them. And then I think I flip just to get more
Okay.
cards.
Yeah. And you've got a Ronnie in hand, so
And I got a Ronnie in hand.
so that's an automatic 2 progress counters.
Mm-hmm. I'll get an extra encounter card.
Ready all things.
All the things.
You want to know the most exciting thing about getting my helicarrier into play? Is when I draw that stupid discard your highest cost
You have
supporter
something else
upgrade,
to do?
I can just throw the helicarrier across the room and not care. Because losing that hone technique sucked.
It did.
I would have dealt so much more damage.
You're still doing awesome though.
Yeah,
you
I'm
cleared
doing
some
good.
Stuff off
I'm doing
for
good.
sure. Okay. Gets 2 and flip. Mass Chaos. Each player. So when revealed, each player discards the top 5 cards of their deck and places 1 threat here for each different resource icon. Did you get 1 of each?
No. But I lost an Unleash Nova Force, a
And
Dive Bomb, and Valkyrie.
Oh, that sucks.
So 3 goes on there. I got it. Okay.
I'm hoarding threat over here.
It's all good. You can reach them easier. So I'm just sad about the
Yeah, the card you gotta get.
head card. Yeah. A Dive Bomb and an Unleash Nova Force just
I do feel like your resource cards that you have out right now are like more than you had normally.
Yes.
5, 6. Okay, so I got 6 out. Ready. Okay, and then discard top 5.
Yep.
Genius. Genius, genius. Oh, Moon Girl!
See, it sucks.
Man!
Was it all science?
Yep.
So 1?
Oh no!
That's messed up. Okay, and encounter cards? No, he attacks.
He
Activates.
So you first. He attacks you.
For 3.
3.
Hold on. Did I take it? I think I take it. Yeah.
You take it?
Yeah.
Has 1. So 4. It says it gains overkill.
So 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Attacks.
2. That sucks. I wish I had something to help.
Do I take it?
I don't know.
It's 2. I'd be at 2 still.
As long as he doesn't get another attack.
Let me look. Okay. He has retaliate, insight. I'm looking to see if he has like a card that plays 2 threat.
I think we got through a couple of the treacheries.
I'm looking to see if he has a card that is like just like deal 2 damage. When revealed hero, give Red Skull a tough status card. Red Skull attacks you. That's not that terrible.
Because you could still defend.
Because I could still defend and I
And
can
you
still throw
that.
Captain
So
Marvel.
maybe take the 2?
Yeah, I'm going to take the 2.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Schemes for 3.
Plus 2.
It's 2.
So 5. Okay. Counter cards.
You first.
Yep.
All your pretty ones.
Attached to the villain, the attached villain gains retaliate 1.
Energy shield.
Yep. And Hydra Soldier, which is fine. Please don't. The villain attacks each player.
No. So, infinite power, when revealed an alter ego, give Red Skull a tough stats card, and he schemes.
For 3 plus. It's just 3.
Jeez Louise, we're going to have to discard our entire hands this time. Okay, and then this, exhaust a character you control for each side scheme in play.
So, exhaust.
I have to exhaust myself.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, this is just 1.
Okay. Alright, then first player token passes.
Alright. Well.
I can get rid of the Luger.
Okay.
And still do a bunch of stuff. So.
Okay. I am going to do Tony. Maybe. Might have been bad, I don't know. Okay.
Do you want a helicarrier? I can give you a helicarrier.
I have one I'm thinking about. Ooh, I forgot. Okay.
I had to reduce, but both of our helicarriers together could reduce it by 2.
Yeah. I'm going to spend a science to get 1. And I'm going to...
Do you want me to reduce Ronnie? Let me make Ronnie free.
Okay. Ronnie will be free.
Because then you don't have to worry about it. Ronnie's just free.
And then I'm going to use Ronnie to get another one. And then...
I have a feeling that Mark III is coming.
Not this turn, unfortunately.
You don't have a flyover or anything?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Lame.
I know, right?
Brianna's lame.
Okay, so I have double resources in my hand. Can they be split to discard stuff?
I would say yes if you can discard all of them at the same time.
Okay. 'Cause I just, yeah, figuring stuff out. Okay.
I don't think they can be split.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
Because you can't carry them over,
Okay.
so I don't think they can be split.
So I have no strength, so I can't get rid of anything that needs strength. So I can't get rid of that one or this one. So the Luger or the Hook.
I was going to get rid of the Luger.
I can get rid of...
The Luger was going to be my beeswax.
Okay. Energy. Okay. Alright. I am going to flip. And I'm going to use team building and strength to play agile flight. Just going to take 4
And then 1.
and 1.
And that.
And this goes away. Okay. And then gonna use, I can't play that one, I need to discard it. Well, that's pooper deuce. Okay. Okay, I am going to do this for 2. And this to... Do you want me to deal any damage to those guys?
I wouldn't mind if you dealt 2 damage to the Hydra Soldier.
Okay. Deal 2 to that. And then...
You still got a Helicarrier. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I just... If I'm going to get rid of that, then I don't... I can't. So I'm going to have to discard that and that to get rid of the shield.
Okay.
And... I guess I can use Helicarrier to do Yawn Roll and remove 3. Oh, after my... Oh, I used Thwart Event. Does that count? It says after my hero thwarts. Because the Agile Flight was a thwart event. It says hero action thwart, remove a total of 5.
Okay, so some game effects and card abilities reference a thwart attempt.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few different ways this can occur. A hero can use their basic thwart power to thwart a scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Hero must exhaust to use this power. This removes threat equal to the hero's thwart value from the scheme. An ally can use its basic thwart power to thwart a scheme. This removes threat equal to the thwart value from the scheme. If a triggered ability is labeled as thwart, such as hero action thwart, resolving that ability is considered to thwart the specific scheme unless specified by the ability's text. A hero does not exhaust when using such an ability. I would say that yes, because you did thwart.
Okay.
Just like you did attack.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
I would say that your hero did thwart.
Okay, so I can't remember if it was a 5 or a 3 I took off.
It was a 5 that you took off.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
I got.
Okay. Captain Marvel is going to punch the Hydra Soldier in the junk and draw a card, and Hydra Soldier's
One defeated. Deal an encounter card.
Yep, of course. Shocking.
Just dealing them all out.
Shocking. Okay. I've got to flip at some point in time. So I'm going to... This feels bad. So I'm not going to do it. Supernova Helmet, Hone Technique, and Pot Shot to get rid of the Lucre.
Did you draw a card for defeating a minion?
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's so tempting.
Would that have changed one of the cards you got rid of? You could have drew that before you did that.
No.
Okay.
Because I drew a science, so.
Okay. Blinded me with science.
The question is, do I do that? Because that heals me for an extra one.
Could be handy right now.
I am going to take a retaliate. Oh, shoot. I should have.
Oh, I should have taken the tough off. Huh. With my damage dealing photon blasters.
Yeah.
So the one guy's still alive with 2?
Yep. And this goes back. And that's ready. And that's where we're at.
Okay.
Alright.
So this is gone.
Yep.
And you would have taken a retaliate because of this. No.
I
That
haven't
was damage.
taken.
That was damage. That was me, and that was a damage
and I
only.
haven't taken it yet.
'Kay.
So we're good.
So no retaliate on
Oh.
that.
Nova is going to punch the Hydra Soldier. Readies that. Exhaust that. Draw that.
Boom. Back on track.
Okay.
Back on track.
Now I'm going to... Supernova Helmet, Martial Prowess, and Power of Aggression to Dive Bomb Red Skull, dealing 11 and 5 to everything else. And I take a retaliate. I keep a card in my hand, but I'm okay with that. Gonna flip.
Did you draw a card for Captain Marvel?
I did.
Okay.
Spend Everyday Hero, which hits me for 1.
Yay.
To put Wasp into play.
Nice.
That. Jesse Alexander to...
Draw a card.
I gotta shuffle in a Connection to the World Mine first, I believe.
Nice.
Because I think both of them were like, yeah. Draw. Shit.
Now you get it.
Now I get it. I coulda yelled for it.
Yeah.
For a couple at least. Or if I really wanted to heal, I could have just
Overkilled
nuked
the one.
the Hydra Jet Trooper and healed the full.
Again.
Again.
Would have been 3 times this game you done that.
Yep. Alright, I think Wasp is just gonna... Yeah, Wasp is just gonna hit for 3.
Well, he's down to 26.
Okay. I think that's it. I think I keep both of those in my hand.
Okay. Gets to... I'm guessing we shuffle these. Does anything happen when we shuffle
Nope.
these?
Nothing happens when we shuffle. I mean, 11, 17, 21,
Prison camps.
25,
Oh, we get a free ally when we get
24, 26.
that one.
Let's see. Okay, hold on. So there. That. And then that. And then. I can deal 26 damage this turn.
Sweet.
If we live.
If we live.
If you can get rid of that, I can deal 26 damage. If you can't, I die. That needs 6 threat on it.
Yeah.
So, Threat Master. What are you doing, Threat
I didn't
Master?
ready myself, and then you started talking about stuff, and I was like, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, I can
All
deal...
right. That's there. Okay.
I can deal 26 damage this turn.
If I get rid of that.
If you get rid of that. If I don't die from Retaliate.
Okay.
If I don't draw a stupid card that says discard your highest cost support or upgrade.
Well, you got Helicarrier to throw into that. So.
Yeah, I need the Helicarrier, though, to
I
deal
see.
to 26.
Gotcha. Okay, he attacks me for 3.
Plus.
I
2.
guess I'll take it. Okay. down to 2.
Schemes for 3 plus. Ugh.
Tough again.
And that gets an acceleration. I think
3?
that stays.
Yeah, I think so.
3 plus. Hold on. I gotta shuffle this.
Oh, it gets another boost.
Yep.
Boo.
If you can remove the tough as well, that would be swell.
You're getting real demanding.
We might win. I'm so excited. I did not think we were gonna win.
I felt like we were gonna win.
I felt like it was a real
I mean, I'm
shot.
down to 2 hit points now too, so it could be a little interesting, but I am about to upgrade.
Upgrade. 3.
6 total?
Yep. We already put a 3 on there.
No, I traded it.
Oh, okay. Oof.
22, so we're okay.
Stop saying that. I don't know what that was.
That's gonna be my thing, though. Alright, me first. Quick strike. Son of a... I have to defend.
Yeah, you do. No. Yeah. Yeah. Are you okay defending?
I mean, I could, instead of doing like 2 attacks or whatever I need to do, I'll just switch and then be ready, so I'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It lives. You don't have retaliate 3.
I really want it.
Attached to a side scheme. Insight 1.
Does it go to both? Did we put both? 1 on each? Last time? Or no? Insight 1 each?
I want you to guess what is in my hand.
Is it mine?
No.
Is it schemes?
No.
Something attacked you for
No.
insight? What?
Discard the highest cost upgrade or support you control.
Son of a gun.
Ah!
Why? Okay.
First player token passes. Okay. Cool. Okay, Jesse Alexander. What?
Can I do this?
I don't care. Yes, you can do that.
Laser cannon!
Kapow! Kapow!
Started from the campaign log. Deal 5 damage to the villain.
You don't want to do that because he's as tough.
Oh, well, fine.
Could you use your photon blasters for me and then use your laser cannon while I'm shuffling?
Yeah. Oh no, he's not tough anymore. Oh no, I blew his face off.
Woohoo! And
Yeah.
killed the Hydrojet Trooper. And is that an attack or is that?
It just deals damage.
Okay, nice. So you don't
Deal
take
5 damage.
you don't take retaliate damage from that.
Thank you, laser cannon. Just wanted to do it.
Can you discard 3 resource of each type to get rid of that Red Skull's right hook for me?
Yes. Let me do Stroke of Genius to get a progress counter.
Draw a card.
And draw a card. And energy and a brawn. To get rid of Red Skull's right hook.
Okay. Okay.
Anything else you'd like me to use?
What did I... Oh, I drew the light speed flag. Okay. Nope. Okay. Right? Did I draw? Yeah, I had to have drawn. Right? Sure. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
I don't know. Can I use Tony Stark AI?
Not yet. I flip. Now you can use Tony Stark AI.
Okay.
Okay, Captain Marvel is going to punch Red Skull for 2. And that draws me a card. And then going to No, I'm going to... Can I use your helicarrier?
Yeah.
Helicarrier, Supernova Helmet, Martial Prowess, and Light Speed Flight to play Dive Bomb, dealing 11 damage. Punch for 3, Tritty's Supernova Helmet. Use Supernova Helmet, go for Champions to play no quarter to deal 6.
He's dead.
And then use Everyday Hero to play Pot Shot, followed by Moment of Triumph to heal.
Question.
What?
Can I upgrade?
Yes. Upgrade!
To do nothing.
After I defeat a minion, and Red Skull is now a minion, because he's my little biatch. Look what
Nice. I'm going to use this to take 3 off.
We win! What's the game called? We win!
We win!
We won!
And then I'm going to use team building exercise and energy to play agile flight.
I don't know what it is. It's always the last...
To remove 5.
Like the last 5 cards in my deck always have 2 connection to the world mines.
5. That goes away. This goes away.
You
get one of those.
Mm-hmm. And you get to put a minion into play.
I gotta put a minion into play? Oh, an ally.
Ally.
From my discard and...
Okay, let's see what there is.
Put
Well, Brianna's playing out a turn that doesn't matter.
Shh. I want to get this cleaned up and I want to heal. You gotta heal? I want to heal.
I was joking about the healing because we start the next campaign at full, so...
And then I'm gonna do... Braun is gonna take 2 off of here. And then he's going to generate me a science resource, and I'm going to use that to play with Photon Beam and do a flyover and take this off.
And get a progress counter.
And get a progress counter. And then I'm going to...
Flip.
What do I want to do? Just kidding.
Recover.
That,
and
use
Ronnie.
this to do that, and then use this to heal 2, and then recover for 3 more. So 5.
Okay. Anyway. Victory. Hydra is defeated and the players win the campaign. Turn the page to read the conclusion. Get in the character.
Gotta get the voices. Voices.
This is Iron Man. Cap, I found the stone. I believe I can use it to undo Hydra's reality. This is Captain America. Do it, Tony! That could have been misconstrued. This is the Quinjet. It's good to be home. Verily, another glorious victory to celebrate. The Quinjet sounds like Thor. What's bothering you, Tony? Hydra nearly conquered the world with that stone. What if there are more stones out there? I don't know. What if there are more stones out there, Tony? Find out next week.
This episode.
Next time on We Lose at Marvel Champions.
Devo!
Woohoo! Okay, so since this is a continuation campaign, I am allowing us to modify our decks in the fact that we are allowed to remove cards, like special campaign cards. Like if I wanted to get rid of Shang-Chi, I could get rid of Shang-Chi. If I wanted to get rid of Moon Knight and White Tiger, I could get rid of them. Make sense?
Okay.
But you can't like add different things from the campaign back in. And once you get rid of them, like they're mad at you. They ain't coming back.
Are these upgrades gonna stay with us or no?
So the upgrades, I don't know. What's your thought?
I don't know.
We definitely burned the tactical scanner and the laser cannon. So I was going to allow them to carry over if we didn't use them.
Okay.
kind of like throughout the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Rocket has that explosive like the whole movie. And the guy's leg, like the whole movie. You can carry the guy's leg over to Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Yeah.
I think it was an Easter egg in two, wasn't it? Was it like on the ship somewhere?
I don't remember.
I think it was.
It's been
anyway,
a while.
so like you can keep stuff like gigantic laser cannon. You're hauling that sucker around. But I don't know about the upgrade. I don't think.
I just assumed it went away. That's why I used it.
Yeah, I don't think that we. I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like that's too powerful.
I also feel like, I mean, I agree, like, it is, like, a little, like, a powerful, like, upgrade to have. But I also feel like it's not, like, mine's not ever going to get any better. Like, mine's always going to be the basic. You at least got yours upgraded. So,
Yeah.
like, it kind of is like, why? And they're going to give us other ones, this next one, because the next one has some similar to this.
Does it?
I think so.
I couldn't remember. I think we keep them. What do you think?
I mean, I like it, but...
I mean, I like it too because it gets me up to 3
Yeah.
attack, which is super overpowered.
And it gives
so
me an extra thwarting capability and 2 hit points.
we'll try it on the first scenario in the next campaign and see.
Okay.
Next campaign is Galaxy's Most Wanted, and I can't remember who the first boss in Galaxy's Most Wanted is. But I do remember that Ronan, the final boss,
he was
on
difficult.
Expert is supposed to be insanely difficult.
Yowzers.
And we're doing it Expert with Standard 2. So I'll tell you one thing. We aren't allowing the villains to keep these experimental weapons.
No.
That is for sure.
They don't need them.
They are going away and never coming back.
They're going to get the Infinity Stones. It's going to be a mess, so...
So, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's a thing that's happening.
This is the thing.
This is the thing. These are the things inside the thing. And we're going to be doing that thing. Next time. We'll be doing some things.
Tune in to channel 27 on your set. Next time. Next week on Law and Order.
Dum, dum. There you have it.
There you have it.
We beat Red Skull.
Sorry, I'm like mid-sorting cards.
You're good.
And
part of me feels like it was a little bit easy.
I think we got lucky the first time through the encounter deck.
Okay.
Like, we didn't see the Luger until the very end.
Yeah, a lot of those attachments did come to, like, the last little handful.
Like, we did end up milling some stuff that was, like, you know, kind of meh in looking for other things. Like, it could have been worse.
Yeah. Definitely agree. If we got some of those drawn in different orders, I feel like it would have been a lot worse. And then the fact that we had, like, a pretty good starting hand. Like, you got a lot of your upgrades out really quick.
Yes.
Like, if you didn't use your tactical scanner the first hand.
Right, I had, like, the sweetest setup, like, ever.
There's that one for you. For Hydro Patrol.
Okay. Here's Red Skull 1. Let us look and see what the next villain is, because I have them in order here in this wonderful little quiver that I have.
Quiver.
So, that. Drain.
Drain?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Drain.
I do. He was kind of, like, annoying. He wasn't... I don't remember him being like, oh, no, we're going to lose. I remember it being like, ugh, this is so annoying. So, Drang. Drang it is. Tactical scanner and laser cannon go away. And, I don't know if we did this right, but we didn't have to add these things in.
Oh yeah. I didn't even think about doing any of these. These seem like very bad ideas. What was the point of these?
These were to heal to full.
Oh.
I think the time we lost, we may have supposed to put these in, but it didn't say anywhere, so I don't know. We probably played that wrong.
As much as we played this, I feel like we're still doing things wrong. I really like that team building card. That team building card is real fun.
Yeah.
I would like to
oh yeah, you can switch back if you want to the others.
What was the other one I put in?
I don't know. Go fish. Okay. So
maybe we just add another like agile flight or something like that. I don't remember.
So yeah, we've got Drang, then Collector 1 and 2, then Nebula, then Ronan. Ronan the third Ronan the Accuser has 3 scheme, 4 attack, retaliate 1, toughness. When revealed, search the deck and discard pile for the superior tactics side scheme and reveal it. When Ronan the Accuser activates against you, give him 1 additional boost card if you control the Power Stone.
Oh no. No.
His 2 is 2 scheme, 3 attack. And he has 50 hit points.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's gonna be fun.
Well, a jolly good day to you too.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy indeed.
Okay, let's see what the special stuff. Okay.
Specials.
Oh, that's right. We get to buy stuff.
Oh yeah, we get victory points.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Victory points. Sorry, that's probably annoying.
Onrush, 0 cost wild resources. When a card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel the effects of that card and discard it.
That'd be handy.
Hyper Thrusters, exhaust Hyper Thrusters, remove 1 threat from each scheme. If you control the Milano, remove 1 additional threat from the main scheme. We might buy cookies for next time.
Milanos.
Exhaust mounted laser, deal 2 damage to an enemy, 3 damage instead if you control the Milano.
Nice.
Exhaust cargo hold, heal 1 damage from a friendly character. If you control the Milano, heal 1 damage from your identity. That's good.
That's pretty cool.
Choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Discard the top card of your deck instead if you control the Milano. Draw 1 card. Place 2 threat on the main scheme, deal 3 damage to the villain, draw 1 card. That's real good.
What?
Place 2 threat on the main scheme, deal 3 damage to the villain, and draw 1 card. For 2 threat?
Yeah, depending on how it lines up, it'd be real good. Is that like an upgrade or is that like an event card?
It's an event.
Okay.
Event, draw up to your maximum hand size to remove this card from the game. Deal 5 damage to the villain and remove 5 threat from the main scheme. Remove this card from the game.
I feel like you need to get that draw up to your hand size.
Right. Choose a player. That player may add up to 3 cards from their discard pile to their hand.
You also need that one. I feel like yours are all going to be like draw more cards.
Ready up to 3 characters. Exhaust reactor core and discard the top 2 cards of your deck. The top card instead if you control the Milano. Reduce the resource cost to the next event you play this turn by 1. Okay, let's see. I think these were the ones we used. So, calculate the odds, which is an event. Draw 1 card and choose a player. That player may draw 1 card, then choose and discard 1 card from their hand.
So you trade a card out.
Yep. Ready a friendly character, draw one card. When a boost card is turned face up, cancel that card's boost ability and all of its boost icons, then discard it, draw one card.
That'd be nice.
Exhaust heavy cannon, deal 1 damage to each enemy.
That'd be nice to clear off toughs.
If you control the Milano, deal 1 additional damage to the villain.
Nice.
When an identity would take any amount of damage, exhaust armor plating, prevent 1 or 2 if you control the Milano. Sure gamble, reduce the resource cost of the next card played this phase by 3.
That'd be real awesome. Play a helicarrier for free.
Exhaust Tart, remove 2 threat from a scheme, 3 instead if you control the Milano. This one's cool. Name a card type, then look at the top card of your deck. If that card is of the name type, remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Place that card on the top or bottom of your deck, then draw 1 card.
I do vaguely remember that one.
Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. For each different resource type discarded this way, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Draw 1 card.
That wouldn't be good for mine.
Might be good for mine. Look at the top 2 per player cards of the encounter deck. Discard any number of those and place the rest on top and or bottom of the encounter deck in any order. Draw 1 card. I do remember this one.
That is not familiar too. I think I did have the guess which
Well, one of us had these, and one of us had these. I think you had those.
I think these were mine, yeah.
And I think these were mine. Yeah, I think these were mine.
Well, this one's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the heavy cannon's an upgrade and the armor plating's
Yeah, I
an
think
upgrade.
I did play the brainstorm because a lot of my cards were fairly similar. And yeah, I think these ones were mine.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see how badly we get our butts kicked by Drang next time.
Yeah. Drang. Oh, the Badoon ship. Badoon.
Next time on Opposed to the Young and Restless, the Old and Tired.
Speak for yourself, man.
Next time on the Brianna and the Not Tired.
Brianna and the Tired.
Brianna and the Tired.
So tired he can't get the name right.
Exactly. All right. Thanks for watching. And this has been fun. Made it through our first campaign box.
Yeah, we did.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if we should get a special reward or not, but I think this is going to be our special reward.
Yeah, we could do that.
I think keeping the basic upgrade is going to be our special reward. That would make me feel better
about keeping it. It's like that.
Like there's no other special reward. This is it.
That's what we get. It's a pretty big one, honestly. So.
And I think because we kept it, I think we're going to start the first scenario with our hit point totals being the same.
We're not gonna.
I think that's our
refresh?
punishment. I think that's our punishment.
Okay. It's not bad. 7 and 6. I feel okay about that.
That needs to go back in there. Yeah. I don't feel terrible. And wait, you were at 2.
I upgraded. Fine, we got 2.
And guess what? I was at 2.
This is pretty bad punishment now. Okay, so question. Do I get to keep it or do I get to go to the upgraded?
You just get to keep it.
Man.
You didn't do the upgraded version.
It's not fair. Just because I wasn't in hero form that one time.
Yep.
This last game I was like in hero form the whole time. It's not fair.
I think we're gonna lose.
Shh, talk about it.
Drang has 3 attack.
Better recover the first time out then.
And then
get an ally out.
Yeah. He's got 28 hit points and then 36.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not average.
Yeah.
Just really like to crush our dreams, don't you?
The Badoon ship environment and the Milano support in play. Okay. Is the Milano support in there? It should be like a white back card. Or a clear back card.
No.
You may have to find it.
Must find the Milano. It's more than just a cookie.
Yum yum.
Delicious cookies. Very delicious. Badoon ship? Badoon ship?
The Badoon ship does go into play, but so does the Milano.
Okay, so you place a barrage counter here. If there are 4 or more barrage counters, deal 2 indirect damage to each player and remove all barrage counters.
Gross.
Yeah. It's gonna be real fun. Real fun. And I think it's like every time he activates, is that what it is?
I don't know where the Milano is. It's a cookie.
It's a cookie. We'll have to find the cookie.
They are delicious. But I don't know if we have a ship or not. So, we're going to let you go. And we'll catch you next time.
Catch ya.
Have a wonderful night.